Hello, everyone. Dr. Victoria Skirbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. As I promised, I was going to do a card reading for the 1212 portal. I've done a card reading for, and actually a little bit of numerology for all of them, starting with 1-1. So 12 months and 12 days later, here I am at the 1212 portal. I'm doing this on my bed, and I already pulled the cards, and I'll show you the cards that I selected and what I think they mean. First of all, 12 is a vibration of completion. There are 12 zodiac signs. 1 + 2 = 3. It is 1, 2, 3, ready, set, go, that kind of thing. There's a completion. There's the Trinity energy within the 12-3. Numerologically, it is associated with being aligned with your beliefs, your actually progressive ideas, according to Jean from Spiritual Light Vibrations. The double 12 would be manifestation, perhaps. When you add it all together, the 12-12 and the 6 universal year, we get a 30/3 vibration. The 30/3 is the 4 of Wands in a tarot. In the Tree of Life, it is associated with the planet Jupiter. We have Jupiter right now in the last degree of Pisces. It will be there until the 20th when it re-enters Aries for the second time. The 30/3 is the 4 of Wands, which is celebration. So this is a time of celebration. It is a time of completion. It is a time of generosity. It is a time of healing. So let's take a look and see what cards came up. And I think what I'm going to do is, instead of my lovely hairdo, we'll look at the cards. So the first card up is the eruption card. This is the present moment. These cards are the Illuminated Earth Oracle by Claire Mack. I use this deck often. It's one of my favorites. It's not really a tarot deck. It's more of an oracle deck. And so we start here in the moment with eruption. Now, many of us know that there are actually many eruptions going on, both actual physical eruptions with the earth and political eruptions, right? There is a rising up. There is a long-standing underground transformation that has been going on that is now spewing. And in its wake is quite a bit of destruction, but also in its wake is an opportunity for rebirth, because there is always rebirth after an eruption. The challenge card to this is the barnacle card, or attachment card. So what is blocking this transformational process? It is what you continue to hold on to. Those things that have been so long a part of your energy system, part of your mental system, a part of your emotional system, that it feels like it's actually you, but it is not. Your attachments are not you, for you are spirit incarnate, and all those attachments are simply thought forms or feeling forms or the like that tie you up and keep you from manifesting your potential. Now, what sits underneath it is concealed. So there is something, perhaps a secret that is concealed. You may not know it. You may not be aware of it, but it sort of has you in a state of what is that called? Suspended animation. There's a sense of suspended animation here. This card is kind of akin to actually the Hanged Man card. The Hanged Man card. But we see here that we have this, it's almost the very same mountain, that what has been concealed is now being seen. What has been concealed is now being seen. In the past, we have the multiverse. The multiverse. This says to me that we have gone through a portal that has, and it could very well be the previous portals that we've worked through, right, this year, where we have moved into a different sort of state of being, state of consciousness. We don't really understand it quite yet, but it is, and this card here, we see this sort of looks like the nodes of the moon, right? And we've had Uranus sitting on the north node of the moon since I think August, and it's still within orb of the north node of the moon. So we're still going through this process of the necessity of change and release and let go, and in some cases getting torn from our fingertips in order to move into the future. In the sky, we have the meander. The meander. This reminds us that our path on earth is a meandering one. There are times when we walk the path and we're closer to the center and aligns with spirit, and there are times when we're off to the side. And we've been experiencing this sort of off to the side and then having to come to center and then off to the side. But as you see, each time you go off to the side, you get closer and closer and closer, and there's less of a swing. And so Spirit wants you to know that this is part of simply a cycle of going to extremes just to come back to the center, to understand the necessity to bring both ends together into unity. Okay. We have in the immediate future, which is really the card for the month, I would say, or for this. To me, this card always seems like this is the thing we need to be most aware of. Like, we kind of know where we're at a little bit, but this is the place that gives us the answer. And we have connection here. And in this case, we see connection between the mountain and the water at the foot of the mountain. We see where everything connects, earth and water. We see reflection here. We see two of everything. Okay, this is our need to connect to one another. It is important for you to reach out to those that you love and let them know that you love them, even if you don't necessarily agree with them, agree with their politics, agree with their life choices, whatever it is. The time now is to connect. How it is seen from the outside. I like this card because I always wonder, like, who's outside of us? Well, I always say this is the alien card, and I think they see us as kind of as kids, innocent in our own way, and maybe not so astute quite yet. In our domestic situation, we have the support card. I can really resonate with this because of the situation that I myself am going through and the support that I have received. This card says that charity begins at home. Support begins at home. Look around and see what is supporting you and who is supporting you. It's not always the people you expect. Very often, it's the people you don't expect. And we need to be grateful for all the support we get. Hopes and fears is the Tempest card. I would say this is probably as close to the Tower card as we have in this. There's a couple actually Towerish cards in this deck. But this is there are some people who are fearing the change, that things will be disrupted in such a way that they'll lose everything. And there are others who want things to just be swept away because their lives are too staid, they can't get rid of these things yet on their own. So they hope for some sort of chaos to sort of blow it all away. The outcome, however, is interesting because it's the productivity card. The productivity card. And the productivity card is interesting because we have bees here. And bees, of course, are community, right? It's the whole working for the good of the hive, so to speak. Not so much for the good of the queen. The queen is a slave to the hive for sure. But this is about connection, and this is about collecting the nectar so that we can have some sweetness in life. It's also a connection to a connection to the natural world, So the question may be, where are you putting your attention? What flowers are you, sucking, uh, sucking nectar from? I think it's important to be aware of that. What are you eating, and in that, from that food that you eat, what are you producing? Are you producing honey? Are you producing poison? What are you producing? It's really sort of up to you, in a way. And I want to just hold on one second. So interesting. This is what I wore today. I've actually been wearing it all week. This to me speaks of community and connection to the ancestors, right? The amber connects us to the ancestors. And then I always like to see the cards that are underneath, what this is all based on. And this is what we got over here. We have the first card actually was patience. So we need to be patient. We need to be patient. There's a lot of density here, and the light is coming in, but it's going to take time for the different levels to finally see the light. So don't get discouraged if you see all this possibility and all this light and all this opportunity, and the people around you don't. They will eventually. As you shine your light, and as we each shine our lights, those of us who are aware of where the light is within us, it shines the light for everyone. And then we have balance. And so we need to have balance in all things. And then we have wisdom. We have wisdom. So our ability to move through this time is going to take wisdom, balance, and patience. But we will ultimately create a new world order here. My only caveat to this reading is that it's best to let go as best you can. But that's really what's happening. Don't hold on, let go. That's what I want to say. And that's what this reading pretends, I believe. But a pretty good reading, I think. Okay, I'm back. Little fancy camera work for me. So I hope you find this reading helpful. Like and subscribe if you would like to. And again, thank you very much for all those people who are sending me love and energy, and their loving thoughts. It goes a long way. There's thoughts and prayers, and everybody kind of poo-poos that, but they really are very good. And in this case, it's probably the best thing to be doing. You don't have to enact any laws for me. So thank you very much, everyone. And have yourself a wonderful month. I'll see you again on the 1-1 portal. That portal is pretty powerful. We have Venus conjunct Pluto that day. And Venus is definitely going to have something to say this year. And we all better listen to her. Okay, take care, everyone. Namaste.